going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit.
B-side on the beat.
What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Sports Card Radio Live. That is right. Every Thursday, we've been coming at you probably for the better part of a year on YouTube. We are probably 240 podcasts deep, though, on sportscardradio.com. Going back all the way to 2009, 2008, whenever that was, whenever we set up this website. That's probably running a little slow since I'm in the secret location. We have a wonderful program for you guys today, and we have somebody who I know is very, very fired up to talk about sports cards today. Putting on the headset, getting the gear. This is like watching Patrick Mahomes in the locker room, getting ready for the massive game. We were talking, I don't know what it was, yesterday or the day before. I haven't heard you this fired up in a while. We have haters to address.
Yeah.
And of course, we're going to talk about Jeff Wilson and Cards HQ. We're absolutely not talking about your hobby hero and maybe some of your other hobby heroes as well. On the program, we'll discuss, is Mr. Anthony Richardson signing his Panini cards? Swish Breaks on Whatnot. Did they dip a pack intentionally? We have more video footage to go through, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys are super excited to watch that. We have haters. Haters have been blowing us up all week. So much so that the host of the show over there, man, you were flexing your bank account. So we got all kind of drama to get into. We have the fake guru, the collectibles guru on Twitter giving some of his hot takes. I see that you were over here giving your thoughts on the Collectibles Guru, and I actually looked into it. He was talking about, is Top Series 1 baseball a good value? I actually broke down the numbers for the last 10 years, so we can certainly get into that. But welcome to the program. How we doing? Are you fresh off the golf course? I'm sure you weren't just hanging out with Felicia, but how's your Thursday going?
Well, Felicia would make it interesting. No, not quite fresh off the golf course. I think I was off at 11:50. A little 9 holes. Sun was out. Recorded the video. Back in the studio. Had to hit In-N-Out Burger, and now I'm back in the saddle, if you will. So yeah, no, things are great. I'm fired up. I've been selling cards, been buying cards. We're selling stuff on eBay. We're buying stuff on Golden. We're buying and selling. I made like $6 flipping a Kobe Bryant card in like 3 days. I'm fired up. And we got $13,000 from Google or maybe it was $10,000. I can't remember. Over the past couple of days. So what is that? 10 and some change, 10.7 or so, 10.8. And people are surprised. The Positivity Posse has not figured out actually how to monetize their positivity. Sports Car Radio is actually very unique. We come on here every Thursday with the great fans, seeing a ton of them in the chat, joining us as always. We got great fans that join us every week in the chat live. They watch our videos weekly. The haters and the fans watch the videos. We got a new clips channel, which I'm going to take full control over and be uploading content hopefully on a weekly basis over there. But what most people don't realize is the Positivity Posse doesn't actually monetize themselves very well. Eric Whiteback should have a website. Eric Whiteback should have a blog. Eric Whiteback should be driving traffic. Well, maybe he's getting paid by Fanatics. Maybe he's getting paid by Check Out My Cards. Maybe he's getting paid by Golden. Maybe he's getting paid by some of these people. I don't know. That's potentially possible. Maybe he's making a couple of bucks from Twitter as well. Maybe he doesn't need the money. I don't know. Maybe he's just got mommy and daddy's money, or he's got money.
He did get a PPP loan. He got a
PPP. How much was his PPP loan?
10 racks, I believe.
He got 10 racks for what company? Like just
his marketing.
He just got 10 racks. So he has a marketing company. Like marketing companies didn't have any problem during the pandemic, since everybody was trying to figure out how to remarket their business and reposition it. It's amazing. But actually, the positive content over at Sports Car Radio really pays all the bills. It allows us to get on here and talk the truth, say what we want. We got card show calendars. We've got, what else we got over there? We got checklists. We've got, a lot of, this is easily the most trafficked part of the website. And certainly on a show day, you can get, a fair amount of views, and all those ads are, it's a penny or two at a time, but you get enough people onto your website. Man, those pennies add up. So, no, positive content pays off. People thought we were sponsored by Check Out My Cards, and I just had to show them, guys, Check Out My Cards would have to back up the truck for it to mean anything for us. If Google's sending a 95K a month, and then YouTube's another 12 to 15, how much would Check Out My Cards have to pay us for us to pump them? Quite a bit.
I have a number in mind.
Oh, you have a number? Okay.
I have a number in mind. I have a number on mine. If anybody wants to advertise on any of our videos or put a 30-second spot, $1,000 a video. You can send the creative. You can write me a script, whatever you want. So yeah. So I mean, we got called out this week for fucking Check Out My Cards being what, like a few weeks behind on some shipping. So it's like, fuck you guys. I'll take money then. Fuck it. I'll fucking have, we'll have fucking 20 minutes of ad reads then, if it's going to be like that. Does anybody ever go fucking hit up Eric Whiteback? and some of these other guys, some of this incessant pumping of sports. Let me show you guys actually, while we're on the topic, what the rest of the card world was covering today. Panini got, I don't know, Live Golf, whatever. What is that? The Saudi tour, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Panini got whatever is going to start making golf cards. Does anybody really fucking care? We like golf. You played golf today. I enjoy golf. I enjoy golf cards. But does anybody fucking care? They do this with almost every product in every set. Do people go and point their finger at these motherfuckers? So absolutely not. So if people want to advertise on Sports Card Radio, fine. $1,000 a video, 30 seconds. Send me whatever you want. So there's a number. What would you like to talk about first? Some pictures of women or some pictures of men?
Rachel or Felisa? Which one are we talking about first? I've seen Raquel or Rachel, Felicia looking all right. They look like they could be sisters. I don't know. I don't know. What's the order of the topics? You tell me, and I can go.
The Anthony Richardson situation, I believe you were kind of looking into this.
Yeah.
Panini, our PSA was also looking into this. I'm sure a lot of people have already heard that Panini was rejecting some Anthony Richardson autographs. They weren't really sure what was going on. Panini began looking into it. And look, I mean, this is kind of like indicative of the hobby right here. Says just received an email. Card purchaser can confirm, like, who the fuck is card purchaser? Literally. From Panini America, after speaking with the head of acquisitions team, Anthony Richardson autographed changed over the year, guys. All are legit. Don't worry. All are legit, guys. Just don't worry. Also, they have that they have let PSA Card know, and you can send mine and others for grading. Waiting on PSA to confirm. So I love how these guys just take everything that comes out of Eric Whiteback's mouth, out of some head of acquisitions team on Panini at face value. Look, I don't know if these autographs are real or not. We haven't heard from Rick. He's the most important person in the whole situation. He's going to have to tell me if these are real or not. But without Rick's opinion, I don't know if I'm just going to take the word of the acquisitions team to be like, hey, his autograph changed over the year, guys. Don't worry. Just go back to buying $800 boxes of Prism. So what do you think about the Anthony Richardson situation?
I mean, the world of authenticity just gets diminished and looks more foolish by the day. Here we are. Not that, no offense to John Bond 237. He and I have been communicating. So this is, I don't want him to think that I'm poking fun of him. But here we have probably, I look, these cards sell for like $500 or $600, maybe even more, depending on the condition and the parallel and whatever. But like these are hundreds of dollars. And my guess, without knowing any better, these are some of the best autograph cards you can pull in Prism. And you're paying $800,000-$900,000 a box. And so if you hit one of the best autographs, you're not even paying for your box. But we have PSA, which is known for authentication. It's known for making a lot of mistakes and not doing a great job at authentication, but it's known for authentication. And it says, well, some of these Anthony Richardsons we're taking a second look at, and we're not holding them until we get further clarification. Well, forgive me for reading John Bond's tweet. John Bond probably has hundreds of followers on Twitter. Nobody knows who this guy is. Nobody actually knows who Card Purchaser is either. Okay, he's a nobody also.
Literally.
And so now this is the direction we're going with authentication, is that all you have to do, all that has to happen is a nobody collector and a nobody influencer can get contacted by Panini and saying, oh, well, guys, we don't get a video of Anthony Richardson signing the cards. We don't get Anthony Richardson coming on camera and saying it himself. Couldn't Anthony Richardson post an Instagram reel or an Instagram short or a Twitter video or a YouTube video for 30 seconds and say, guys, it's come to my attention. People thought my signatures aren't real. Here's what's up. We don't get that.
What about from
we don't
Panini?
even get we don't even get that from Panini. Where is the CEO of Panini? Isn't Prism Football one of the best sets you can make? Is it not that every set isn't important, not that every set shouldn't be good. I don't see brands like Rolex put out crappy watches and say, oh, we won't service those ones because that's the crappy Milgauss. That's the crappy Submariner. Only if you buy a Daytona do we actually take care of you. I don't see brands do that. So I don't understand why Panini can't, why can't the CEO, why can't a brand representative from Panini actually come out and give us a better explanation other than a third party through a Twitter follower, collector, wannabe influencer? Why are we finding out about one of the best autographs in the entire set this way? And is PSA going to buy this bullshit? My guess is they probably will. My guess is this would be good enough for PSA. They'll be like, oh, well, Panini said that he signed him. Man, it must be real. And I said this on the podcast that I posted on the other channel. I said, collectors are not going to care. If you send your cards to PSA and it has a bent corner and it gets graded a 10, you don't care.
Don't care.
If you pull an Anthony Richardson autograph out of Prism Football, you actually don't care if he signed it or not. You don't care. And if he didn't sign it, and you know, for Anthony Richardson could call you up and say, I didn't sign that. But if PSA will slab it, and Panini will tell you it's authentic, and card purchasers will tell you it's authentic, and Eric Whiteback will tell you it's authentic, you won't care. That's how pathetic this hobby is. That literally the athlete could tell you the autograph is fake. PSA could tell you the autograph is fake. The manufacturer could give you a flimsy excuse why the autograph could be real. A collector on Twitter nobody knows can tell you it's okay. It's all good, guys. And a wannabe influencer can tell you it's all good. And now, oh, the autographs are real. Guys, this is why the hobby goes up and then comes down. Because people with an IQ above 12 get into this hobby and they realize that this is junk. This is garbage, trash, junk. The best product to come out from kind of a yes, flawless, immaculate, national treasures. Sure. Nobody buys that product. Nobody does. Panini is like the best mass-produced product that you can get anywhere and is somewhat approachable. The best product they make. The flagship product for Panini. The best autograph in the set. And they can't even get it right. But Panini knows this hobby because it's been around for a decade. And a lot of the stuff that we've seen in this hobby over the past couple of years with these influencers, it's been going on for a long time, guys. It used to be Beckett used to be the mouthpiece. And then all the little ducks on Twitter just waiting for a retweet or a like or a handout. This has been the Eric Whitebacks. This is just another guy in the line of people that used to have done this. Sports card investor, same way. Two guys that literally know nothing about the hobby. Sports card investor calls himself the sports card investor. What good investment has he actually made in trading cards? Can we actually point to Jeff Wilson making consistently good investments in the trading card industry? No, but he can get up, call himself Sports Card Investor. He can get himself a Topps card. He can get hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube and get people to worship him.
Who's this motherfucker?
Same thing with Eric Whiteback. Eric Whiteback's the same way. He calls himself the collectible guru. The collectible guru. And today on Twitter, he had the audacity to say that Series 1 Topps has been the same price for the past 20 years. Hello, Mr. Eric Whiteback. You must not have known that a couple of years ago, it was 36 packs. Then it went to 24, and now we're down to 20.
There it is right there. Here it is right here. They used to give you 360 cards, and then in 2019, they changed it. They gave you about 25 less. Gave you more cards per pack, but shrunk the packs by 8, so that is less cards. That ran for about 5 years, and then this year they really drastically reduced what you get. You get 2 less packs and 4 less cards per pack. It's like 100 cards less. Then, I mean, if you want to compare it to the 360 you used to get, and the prices have come up a little bit. It used to be about $70 for these boxes. They've crept up. It's $85 this year direct from Topps. Last year, I think it was $79.99. So you're getting less and paying a little bit more.
But it's in line with the price over the past
last
20 years.
20 years of prices. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Here it is right here. You're getting less cards and paying more. Period.
But the hobby lets people like this get away with it. You can call yourself a guru and people believe it. You can call yourself an investor and they'll believe it. You cannot see Anthony Richardson sign cards, and anybody that's somewhat objective can look at his signatures and say, those look a little different. Or boy, those all look identical. That look like almost like it's a machine. He's either got perfect handwriting or he's got a machine, auto pen doing this for him. Anybody that's not a card fondling, addicted addict of this stuff can look at this stuff objectively. But the problem is the vast majority, the industry doesn't want you to do that. They don't want you to look at this objectively. They don't want you to look at Prism as being completely overpriced. They don't want you to look at these Anthony Richardson autographs. They don't want you looking at your Luka autographs. They don't want you looking at your Braun Brecker autographs. They want you to believe that, cards coming out that you're paying more for, it's okay if they come out with chip corners and chip borders, guys. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, you literally have the mouthpieces of the hobby saying, I like that the cards are coming out damaged. That helps
and that I'm
me.
getting less.
And I'm getting less and I'm paying more. But for some reason, I believe it's the same price over the past 20 years. 20 years ago was 2004. I was in my 20s. I don't even remember the price of Topps Series 1.
Probably $40.
The house I'm living in was like 70 grand back then. Everything's changed over the past 20 years. To say something is the same price as it was 20 years ago. I mean, do these guys have Joe Biden's speechwriter write these things for them? Because that's the only other person that I see consistently talk where I'm like, how out of touch do you have to be to believe anything that's coming out of this person's mouth?
Jeff or Joe?
Both. They're the same person. They're the same person. They speak to there are people that worship the ground Jeff Wilson walks on. There's people that worship the ground Eric Whiteback walks on. There's people that want to be them. There's people that want the same amount of Instagram followers they have. want the same YouTube following that they have. They want to be on a Topps card. They want to have influence. And when they talk, they want people to speak and bow down. So there's people that actually do listen to these guys and worship them. And the same thing with the president. President, Republican or Democrat, Trump's the same way. Trump can say some crazy stuff and people are like, yeah, yeah. Now I'm just sitting there thinking, God. It's the same thing. These guys appeal to people with IQ below 12. And unfortunately, in this hobby, we're dealing with a lot of people. I don't know if it's the UV coating on the cards, Ryan. It gets into your blood system and it just ruins brain cells. I don't know.
The gold shimmer. Well, hey, let's get in. We're going to circle back to these haters in a hot minute. I do want to talk about a breaker who was dipping some product. We have some video footage to go over, and I just kind of want to get people's opinion on, do they think it was was he stupid or a scammer? Kind of another one of those things. Is he stupid or is he a scammer? So we'll kind of get into that. I didn't have too many pictures of men that I was trying to buy. I mean, there's Robert Ory stitching the shot over Chris Webber. So anybody who got into the hobby around when Jeff Wilson told you to probably don't remember that shot. But Shadur Sanders gold shimmer. Hey, I ain't stupid. You guys fall in love with a new quarterback every year. So this guy, I think he'll be a senior next year. Eventually you'll fall back in love with him, and that card will be worth probably quite a bit more than $57. Our boy Steph Curry. This is a very expensive card. 2 of 5 rookie card of Ronald Acuna. $10,000 for that picture.
His autograph faded?
Picture. His autograph just sucks on all his cards. I swear, his autograph just sucks. Like the pen looks like it could be like a little thicker, and then you can see like his autograph just sucks.
Yeah.
That's 10 auto though. 10 auto. So there you go.
Really?
There's 10 auto. 10 auto.
Okay.
But wonder who submitted that card.
Nat Turner.
Mickey Mantle.
Whoa. That's a nice
So which
card.
one would you rather have? A $10,000 Acuna, or a $7,600?
I need to ask Eric Whiteback which one I need to buy. Card purchaser. Right. Can you tag card purchaser and Eric Whiteback and ask him which one I should buy? The Acuna with the smudge signature, but it's graded 10-10, or the Mickey cut auto?
Yeah.
If card purchaser Eric Whiteback happened to be watching, could you let me know how I spend my six to 8 to 10,000 tonight? I just got a check from Google for 95, so I got about that much to play with. So appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, let us know. But can I show you a video with the breaker
with Rico
dipping?
Okay, what is this? Prism NBA?
Okay, so we'll pause the video for a second. This is Swish Breaks. This is over on Whatnot a couple days ago. Thanks to the person that reached out to me. I believe they were actually in this break. This is Prism NBA first off the line. And what you'll see here is he's about to open this box. And what, most breakers or a lot of breakers do, they'll take the packs out and set them on the table. And then you'll notice that not everything made it onto the table.
Whoa.
So we'll look at that one more time so you guys can see. He was cutting into the box.
There's supposed to be 12 packs. 12 packs.
Mm-hmm. Whoop. And so what happened about a couple minutes later is he was, the eagle-eyed Joe Clemens is in the chat. We're like, hey, you missed a pack. And then he went back and he was like, oh, my bad. I didn't know. Here's this pack. We'll open it last. Again, it kind of comes down to things. This is first of all, this is a very expensive box of cards. Even I don't buy into these breaks. I don't buy into boxes. I don't keep up with the prices of them. But first off the line, Prism NBA, we've got to be talking 1,000 or more, probably. So for these guys to just be so nonchalant. And even if it was just an honest mistake, it just happens time and time and again where it does give you pause. It'd certainly be a easy way or clever way to dip a pack. So whether or not this was intentional or not, you almost have to eagle eye these breaks, every single one that you're in, to just make sure that the breaker either didn't dip a pack intentionally or just is rushing through it and didn't grab all the packs out of the box. There's no way he would have caught that. And then maybe he catches this after the fact. There's no way for him, unless these are like 6-hour breaks. He's going to go back and watch and see where it was dipped and make sure that the people in the break get the pack. Hell no. He's going to open that for himself. So what are your thoughts? Is Swish Breaks stupid or a scammer?
Well, I mean, they might be both, honestly. So I think most of the time, I'm not a large connoisseur of breaks, to be honest with you. But I've watched enough breaks where they tend to show the box at the end. Like they'll take out that's kind of like the thing now, is you take the packs out of the box. And I don't know why you have to do that. Why do we have to take the packs out of the box and lay them on the table like that? Can we just have the packs in the box and they come out and then we show the empty box at the end? To me, this is like an operational thing. It's like an extra step that I don't actually think you need to do. Like, why? And I understand some breakers take all the 12 packs out. They'll open them all, put the cards down. I think you're running the risk. The cards are being fondled more in that case. And if you're worried about fingerprints, I know people's got Kurt's Card Care and all that stuff. So they're not worried as much about fingerprints and damage these days, because you can just rub and molest these cards to 10s and that's fine. But like, can't you just keep the packs in the box and pull it out one by one? And then when all 12 packs are open, I can show you the empty box, which most people do. And if we are doing it this method, we're pulling the packs out of the box. The standard method is show the box, show the empty box.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to me would be just really easy. To me, this is more of an operational flaw than it is him dipping or whatever. Because it is one pack. I think people are saying this about we'll call it $1,000 or maybe a $2,000 box.
Okay.
So one, is that what people said?
Damn.
No, $1,000 box. I'm sorry, $1,000 box. Okay. So you're looking at, we'll say at just under $100 a pack. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. But I just think from an operational perspective, there's mistakes being made here. Why do we take the packs out of the box? Why do we have to do that? And if we do take the packs out of the box, double check the box is empty. Seems like the easiest thing to do. They're not doing it. I don't know why.
You have two people sitting there and that neither of them caught it. So, I mean, just Dumb and Dumber. You know what I mean? I think all these breakers, or not all of them, but most of them are they're rushing through this for one reason or the other. And, like you said, these are $100 packs each.
I don't know why they rush, because when I'm tuning into breaks, they're not breaking a lot of the time. I can understand you got like Bowman Chrome Baseball just came out and you're doing a 50 case break of Bowman Chrome. I can see, and you got it all filled. I can see having to rush. Okay. Mm-hmm. Literally, these guys will sit there, play Tupac's 4 albums, and then go to Dre and then Biggie and open one box. This is like the one box they open in an hour. Why are you rushing? Why are we in a hurry? I can understand, again, you got 15 cases. It's a 15 case break night, whatever. It's all full. But for the most part, what I'm seeing is breakers are opening very small amounts of cards these days. And it's $1 an hour, 1 box here, 1 box there. I mean, the price of this stuff is skyrocketed, so you don't really have to open as much. And people don't have the money to go through 15 cases every night. Slow the fuck down. This is like, it's like you're getting a lap dance, right? Is it late enough in the show to talk about lap dances? You show up you show up, and it's like you have to get through the bouncer, right? Okay. It's like a break. Got to get through the bouncer, got to pay the bouncer, got to check the ID, get in. Oh, it's a 2-drink minimum. I got to go get a drink for myself, maybe my buddy. You sit down, maybe, like start watching the show or whatever. Then you go in the back, and she's rushing. It's like, slow down. Slow down. It's like she comes in the back, everything comes off. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Can we have a little buildup? That's what I don't understand with these breaks. I guess. But I think we can all agree these breakers actually don't break a lot. Slow down, especially on this is $100 a pack. I can understand. I was on mojobreak.com, and it was during the Super Bowl, and they were breaking like Topps Chrome Baseball maybe or something. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't like crazy expensive like this. And it's like I can see going through the cards a little bit faster. This is $100 a pack. And you miss one coming out of the box. I don't get it. I just think, I see cards as a luxury item, guys. People are literally buying $100 pack. I mean, how many? There's 12. It looks like 12 cards per pack. If we're looking at $100 a pack, you're paying damn near $10 a card to have somebody open this for you. $10 a card. Slow down. It'd be like me buying a Rolex and then me coming in. Okay, time to pick up the sub, Ryan. Go walk, get up into the roll. And they've already boxed it up and they're like, here, Mr. Tedders, we'll see you later, buddy. What? No, we're supposed to size that thing. You're supposed to show me how to set it. Polish it up. Tell me, have a little bit of a conversation. Unveil it. It's like the greatest thing ever. They open the box, they face the box to you, and they open it up and you see it for the first time. It's amazing. Like, we should be trading these cards like this. This is $100. These are $10 each. Am I the only one that values that? You know what I mean? Like, am I the only one that values that? Am I the only one?
If you actually had to pay $10 each for these cards, but it's so easy to buy into these things. It's, this is like gambling. So I think it's,
so it's like a slot machine where we're just trying to press the spin button as often as we can just to get the wheels to spin. And then we're trying to hit it.
Mm-hmm. Just max credits and just, fire away. And you're willing to go to the scuzziest circus or whatever, or some off strip downtown casino. That's what's, the Swish Breaks is the equivalent of. Like, I think you're right. Somebody should. All these breakers are the same. They all copied Backyard Breaks, and they're all basically the same now. You turn on Swish Breaks, Backyard Breaks, this guy, Binky Breaks, Bleacher Breaks, they're all the same. Same setup, same everything. I think you're right. Change the setup around. Bring some girls around. Maybe make it high end.
Yeah.
Present it in a different way. Take your time with each $10 card that you're going through. Build the sweat. Add some value. This is all the same. All these guys are the same. So when they're rushing through this stuff and leaving packs on the, in the box, and the chat has to catch it for them. They got 2 guys there. There could be another dozen guys in their rooms on their vapes or on their phones or on their Instagrams or whatever. So just another, and I will note that I believe one of the people in this breaks thought he did it intentionally. So it doesn't really matter what you think, what I think, what anybody thinks. One of your customers thought you did it intentionally. And I think that's all you need to know right there. Hey, we can have haters. We're going to transition over to the haters, but we're not selling anything. Except you can buy $1,000 spot on any one of our videos. If you didn't catch that at the beginning of the show, you can buy $1,000 spot, 30-second spot in any of our videos. One video only. Low price, $1,000. But we've had haters galore, like professional haters, I think, come out of the woodwork, and their little packages of pictures of men are late from or delayed from Check Out My Cards because they decided to go cheap on the shipping. And they've been calling us out. Not one, not two, but like 4 or 5 different people. This guy, who has made his Twitter private so you can't see what he says anymore, says any supposed hobby influencer, podcaster that is not covering the shitstorm over at Check Out My Cards is obviously on the take with that sweet sponsorship money, calling you out, Sports Card Radio. I don't know why Dan the Card Man catches a bullet here. I don't think I've ever seen Dan the Card Man promote anything. Nothing ever. Literally don't think he's promoted anything. And then I think he meant another Junk Wax Heroes, but he got the wrong guy. So that's how intelligent some of these guys are on Twitter. I wanted to, though, get you to respond. One of your professional haters out here, Arthur Bateson, he says, you are one of the worst people that I have ever seen in this hobby, and I appreciate you making it clear to everyone what a genuine piece of shit that you are. This was after discussing, I guess he had some cards at Check Out My Cards or whatever. Maybe he did or maybe he didn't. But I thought it was funny that you did chime back to him that, hey, we must be doing a 10x better job at promoting Check Out My Cards than the people who actually do get paid by Check Out My Cards. And then you could see that actually Check Out My Cards did reply to the tweet. So lots of drama over there yesterday on Twitter. What are your thoughts about being one of the worst people in the hobby?
Well, that's okay. I'll shoulder it, guys. I'll take that mantle. I'll take that trophy. I'll put it on my shoulder. I'll put it on my back, and I'll carry it for the rest of the hobby. What I think should happen is, I don't know how many and I know some of the people that are sponsored by Check Out My Cards. I know, I've seen some of the videos. I've seen some of the posts. I know some guys that are sponsored by Check Out My Cards. I don't really want to call them out by name. But I think if Check Out My Cards is watching, they should take all the money that they give to the rest of these jabronis and they should ship it over here to Sports Card Radio, because clearly we do a better job at that. Clearly. But I think what also needs to be a sponsorship over here at Sports Card Radio is Miracle Ear. Miracle Ear is one of the leading brands of hearing aids. And we need a hearing aid sponsorship and maybe a giveaway. So if somebody knows a contact in the marketing department over at Miracle Ear, have them get in touch with Sports Card Radio, because we have people that listen to the show that need fucking hearing aids. Because all of these guys are messaging us. Arthur in particular said he spent $2,000 in fees for the COMC mailbox. We have never, ever talked about the COMC mailbox here at Sports Card Radio. I don't even know what the COMC mailbox is, but it sounds like a shitty ass service to me. And so this guy is blaming me for dusting off 2K, saying, oh, well, you say nice things about Check Out My Cards. I dusted off 2,000 on the mailbox, and now I'm having to go and do PWC. He said he had to go and switch to PWCC, even though he also doesn't like PWCC. And somehow that makes me the worst person in the world. Where Arthur Bateson needs some Miracle Ear, because we've never talked about the COMC mailbox. In fact, I was talking to you about this yesterday. I have never in nearly, we're probably going on 15 years of buying and selling cards on Check Out My Cards. I don't think I've ever requested a shipment of a trading card from Check Out My Cards. I've never, ever requested a shipment. Now, I know you've done it a handful of times. I don't know how much it would cost. I don't know how long it would take. I just know that is not how I would use Check Out My Cards. You're an absolute moron if you're buying cards on Check Out My Cards and you're trying to ship them to yourself. You're also a moron if you're sending cards in and you need them to be uploaded to site in a timely manner. Check Out My Cards is only good for buying the cards that are already on the site, turning around and repricing them. That's it. That's all we've ever talked about as it relates to Check Out My Cards. That's the only way we've ever recommended using the site. In fact, we categorically say that every time we talk about Check Out My Cards. We don't talk about buying the cards and sending them ourselves. We don't talk about buying cards and sending in bucket loads of them to the site, although we've done that. The only reason and the only way to use Check Out My Cards is twofold. You buy the cards already on the site and you reprice them and you make money. Or you buy their eBay auctions and you use your store credit and you pay for them and you link your eBay account and your Check Out My Cards account. And so you buy on eBay and it shows up in your Check Out My Cards account. Never have we ever talked about shipping these cards to yourself. Never have we talked about submitting big old baskets of cards. Never have we talked about the mailbox, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. And Check Out My Cards has offered Sports Card Radio a sponsorship. Pretty much everybody in this industry has offered Sports Card Radio a sponsorship. And I'm regretting not taking it now. Because these guys think we're an absolute piece of shit. Yeah, now we will.
Yeah. If we're going to be catching bullets over here and we're not even getting money from them. I mean, fuck that. Like you said, we've been able to monetize our positive content. We've been doing that for about 15 years. We've been monetizing mostly positive sports card content. What's the thing people always say about us? Oh, we're always so negative. God, do you guys even collect cards? Do you even buy cards? You guys are so negative about anything. Do you ever have anything positive to say? And then when we actually have something positive to say about a company, we get fucking roasted. So you're goddamn right. Every email I get from now on where somebody wants to sponsor Sports Card Radio, you're goddamn right. I'm going to shoot them a price back. They can decide if they want to do it or not. Because if we're going to be catching these fucking bullets, Dan the Card Man catches a stray over here. When the fuck has he ever fucking promoted anything on his channel? Ever. So this is ridiculous. And then people like Eric Whiteback. Oh, when is he ever card purchaser? Guys like Card Porn, these anonymous faceless guys who don't even use their real name and got PPP loans. When do they ever face the music? When do they ever put your tweet in a video? When do they ever address your concerns?
For free.
For free. So like you said, I think we do a 10x better job promoting Check Out My Cards than whoever they're paying. Because if the clock is ticking on their order and it's like 2 weeks late, we get fucking blown up by multiple people on fucking Twitter. Like we told you to use the mailbox service. Like we told you to ship cards for yourself. It's literally been a year since I shipped cards to myself from Check Out My Cards. And I don't even know the reason why I shipped cards to myself. Probably a couple that I wanted. Or maybe to sell at a show or something. We've bought and sold, I think, 130,000 cards on Check Out My Cards. We don't ship cards in. We don't ship cards out to ourselves. There's 7 million cards over there. Buy some and reprice them.
Here's the other thing is because I had never requested a shipment on Check Out My Cards, I decided to do that today. I had about 100 some odd, maybe about 111 Kobe Bryant cards that I had bought over the past month or so that I just haven't priced. I got a bunch of stuff in my account I haven't priced. I just buy it and I leave it there. I figure Jeff Wilson says trading cards are outpacing the S&P 500, so I shouldn't be in a hurry to sell my Kobe Bryant cards. So I had about 100 of them sitting in my account. And I say, well, how much does it cost to ship these 100 Kobe Bryant cards to me. And these are all $2 cards, nothing special. And the cheapest service put me out into April. So we're like 2 months away. And it was like $35. So it was like 30 cents a card or so, somewhere in that range. Then there was a second service where it ended up being about 50 cents a card, only 20 cents more per card. And I was going to get it by, I think, the first week of March. Then there was an express, which was a little over $1 a card. That would have put me at the end of February. I would have gotten the cards next week. And my understanding is if you were requesting the 2 more expedient services from Check Out My Cards, they are still delivering those in a relatively strong time frame. So these idiots like Paige is Lost, these idiots like Arthur, they are literally complaining about paying an extra 20 cents. 20 cents a card. So we must be so we're talking about 2 things, Ryan. Either motherfuckers that are broke as hell. If you can't pay an extra 20 cents a card. Look, the Express was like $1.50 a card. Guys, $1.50 a card is cheap as hell. If we're talking about $30, $40, $50 cards, $1.50 shipping is nothing.
You know, that is nothing.
So these guys are either broke as fuck, where they can't pay an extra 20 cents or an extra $1 to ship it to themselves, or we're talking about dirt cheap cards, where I understand if I have a bunch of $2 Kobe's, an extra 20 cents to ship them, I'm going to have to think about. But if 100 $2 Kobe Bryant cards is going to make or break your day, where you got to get on Twitter and throw bullets at Dan the Card Man, throw bullets at Sports Card Radio, the #1 undisputed, most listened to, most watched YouTube channel in the world. Don't come to me with your 20-cent cards, guys. Don't come to me with your 20, 30-cent, $2 pictures of men. If you can't pay an extra 30 cents or an extra $1 to ship your picture of man to yourself, that's your fucking problem. Get a fucking job. I made like $10,000 this week from Google. That's not even my job. This isn't even my job, guys. This money hits my account. I'm like, oh, great. I have a salary that's like twice as much as this. This isn't even my job. Get a fucking job if you can't afford to ship the cards to yourself. And for God's sakes, it's not my fucking job to simp for Check Out My Cards, to be their fucking customer service agent. God only knows, even if I was sponsored, I wouldn't do that. But I'm not. But at this point, I wish I was. And I think everybody that does promote Check Out My Cards should be fucking ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, you should have been tagged. Like, what?
Yeah. Where are the guys that are sponsored by Check Out My Cards? Where's their video explaining the situation? Where's their communication? This is the problem with this hobby.
People don't use the site like we have, and that we stay up to date even when we're not even shipping cards to ourselves. I knew they were a little backed up. This has happened before. It's happened with It's happened with PSA. Hello, guys. They shut down their company for like a year because they were so backed up with grading and shipping.
No, Ted,
it happens all the time.
These guys are doing set collecting. I understand. Ted, if you're doing set collecting, does it matter if the set is, if you have your cards today or in April? If you're a true set collector and that is what you do, does it really matter? Do you need to go blow up people on Twitter that aren't sponsored by Check Out My Cards, that don't have a direct line of communication there, that have never told you to set collect on that site? I've never told anyone to set collect on Check Out My Cards. Never. Never have told anybody to ship the cards to yourself. Never promoted that. Never said that was a good idea. If you're going to set collect, you can fucking wait. You can fucking wait. Your life doesn't change if you're missing 25 cards out of your 2012 Topps Chrome baseball set. Your life doesn't change if those 25 cards hit the white box today or next week or next year.
I think it does. No, I actually think it does. I think the life.
Not to
I think
me.
this is life. This is life changing for some people. These little quarter
If it
pictures
does,
of
check
men.
your fucking life. Check your fucking life. You're a fucking loser. If that's all that matters to you. And that you've got to go and sit and cry on Twitter and cry to me about your fucking problems. If your problem is you're a fucking set collector, I never told you to collect sets. I never told you to buy cards for your sets on Checking My Cards. I never told you to buy them and ship them to yourselves. If that's your fucking problem in life, you're a fucking loser. You're a clown. You're pathetic. You're scum. You're a scrub. Nobody else in this hobby is going to tell you guys this. Eric Whiteback's going to be like, well, I'm glad you're a follower.
The quality's so good this year.
Yeah, and I'm glad there's chipping on that Series 1, guys. And I'm glad it's the same price over 20 years, even though they're jipping you about 16 extra packs.
Enter my contest that you can't even win. That's like impossible to win.
Yeah, exactly. That I'm just doing to farm engagement. I never told you to set collect. Never told you to ship your cards on Checking My Cards. And if your problem in life is the 25 cards you need to fill your fucking white box that looks, your white box could have Mickey Mantle cut autographs or a bunch of commons in it from 10 feet away, guys. It looks exactly the same. A fucking white box full of cards from 10 feet away looks exactly the same. That's not the case with Felicia. Hillary Clinton 10 feet away don't look like Felicia. This is the kind of shit you should be worrying about and spending your money on. This is why so many people in this hobby, so many of these fucking millennials and the gen whatever we're on, they ain't getting married. They ain't having sex. They ain't having babies. They ain't starting families. Because you guys are fucking pussies. Fucking scrubs. Care more about your 25 cards that no one told you to buy. No one told you to ship to yourself.
Well, what about this website? What about this website? Who'd they pay? How long does it take to get fucking cards off this website? It's like everybody got paid to promote this website. They called us. I could produce the emails. I talked to one of the guys over there. They were trying to get us to promote them. Like a week, and then a week later, they like literally went out of business is when they basically like shut down. I had a phone conversation with them and I was like, this guy sounds like he's like 25 and super young and not really smart. And what about this website, guys? Let me know how that worked out for you. All you people who left Check Out My Cards to go to Star Stock and listen to all those influencers who pumped this bullshit. Be interesting to know how many cards are still on the site. Just completely wasted. Oh, just 1.3 million, guys. Just 1.3 million. If you don't think all those influencers and people who got paid to pump this shit, we could have got paid to pump Star Stock. They offered us something. That's not happening again. Any fucking company that offers us shit, I'm taking. If we're going to get fucking blown up by some fucking randos. Anybody who promoted Star Stock, have they done a live where they talked about it? Do they know the wait times currently on Star Stock? Is it a site they still use? Do they have anything to say about any of the people they directed to use Star Stock? So yeah, while you fucking dorks are waiting for your little comments to come in, hey, maybe they're a few weeks late. Guess what? You're actually going to get them. I'm not confident you'll ever get your fucking cards off this site. It got it bought by some collectibles exchange site, but good luck to you. We should make a video and just every single influencer that pumps Star Stock, we should just put them in it. If we have to answer to this bullshit. all the time. Because you guys don't have the balls or the access to Eric Whiteback, card purchaser, card porn. Jeff Wilson. Does Jeff Wilson personally respond to any of you guys? Ever? Bet he doesn't. Yeah, we'll actually look you in the face and call you a fucking moron on camera. These guys are all fucking too scared of it. You have anything else you want to add with these haters? I know you were just getting in the barrage of it. I'm up here chilling at the secret location, just kind of enjoying life. You were just catching bullet after bullet over here, along with Dan the Card Man, who for some reason was catching bullets over here too. I mean, shows you the intelligence of these people over here investigating COMC. They don't even know who they're sponsoring. Anything else you want to say, since you are one of the worst people this hobby has ever seen?
And that's fine. You know, I think a lot of people want to be liked in this hobby. And I think that's where some of these guys don't get us. Eric Whitebacks wants you to follow him, retweet him, kiss his nutsack. So does Jeff Wilson. And then when somebody is negative, quote, negative to them, oh my God, negative content, we got to come out and be the gatekeepers. Guys, we got to be the gatekeepers. Got to be the fucking gatekeepers when anybody says anything fucking negative about this hobby. We got guys that can't count to 12 packs that are breaking $2,000 boxes. We got Anthony Richardson that can't sign his name accurately, and Panini and PSA don't know if it's real or not. We've got random accounts on Twitter that are now authenticating and passing and being PR agents for Panini, PSA combined. It's a joke. What other industry does this? Where if Apple has a problem with their product, do we find out from John Bond 237 on Twitter about it? If Tesla has a recall, do we find out about it through Tesla purchaser on Twitter? It's a joke. I know these are pictures of men, but some of you guys are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on this stuff. Like a lot of money. Sick of it.
Look at this. $300 for these pictures of fucking men. This guy played like 2 games last year?
And nobody knows if these are real or not.
Nobody knows if they're real. Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls and never threw an interception in a Super Bowl, never lost a Super Bowl. Might I remind you guys? And you guys are over here paying $310 for Anthony fucking Richardson autographs. So I think people deserve everything they get with this shit. This guy could win the next 2 Super Bowls, and these probably wouldn't be much higher than they are now. $680? You guys are psycho. Psycho. 99.9% of America, if this guy walked by him in full uniform, wouldn't even know who he is. And it's $500 for his autograph. You guys are fucking insane. And this isn't even the guy everybody's drooling over, CJ Stroud. And this guy got knocked out in like the fucking second game. God, you guys are fucking morons. This hobby is just filled with fucking morons. Filled with them. $500 for this guy's card? Call me when he beats Patrick Mahomes in a preseason game, let alone a meaningful one.
Just the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have to play. Let him beat the Chiefs.
I could be the fucking quarterback. Brittany Mahomes. Let me know when he beats Brittany Mahomes in a fucking game. We are fired up tonight, baby. Woo! Well, at least he's, the one thing we could say about Anthony Richardson is he's not hanging out with the Kardashians and Amber Rose like the other guy everybody's drooling over, CJ Stroud. You guys are lucky he's a Fanatics exclusive. Think about how much you'd be blowing on his cards, and he's hanging out with Kardashian and Amber Rose in the offseason. You think Tom Brady did that before he won 1, 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, 7 Super Bowls? Joe Montana was married his whole career. You think he was out with Amber Rose and the fucking Kardashians in the 80s? Madonna, whoever would have been the equivalent of that in the 80s. You think he was out fucking getting blown by fucking Madonna? $500. You guys deserve everything you deserve with this shit. Everything.
And the box costs $1,000. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I don't get. It's like the box costs $1,000, and then one of the best hits is like $500. Like, I mean, that's why I feel like we're dealing with people like the IQ of 12. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, you know?
It's $924 for a box. And you could pull a hit.
$900?
Yeah, you could pull a hit that one of these dorks, when you pull this card, it'd be like, oh my God, let's go. And it doesn't even pay for half the box. Fucking idiots.
And it might not be real. And it might not
real.
even be real. And you have to wonder if it's freaking real. I mean, what?
Can't wait to send them the PSA. Can't wait to fucking get this in a.
Then not only do you pay $900 for a box for a card that's only worth $500, then you send your picture of a man into a third party to evaluate its condition.
Are we the only ones that want the hobby to go to a higher standard? Like, because that's kind of the crux of our argument. Is we want things to go to a higher standard because we communicate with the people. We're in the trenches. We're like one of these politicians now that, I was on the front lines and I was knocking door to door. We're like one of these politicians that, you know, pretends to be like you, pretends to know the plight of the average collector, the average check out my cards buyer. And kind of we are. I got 10,000 from Google, but I have $100 in my checkout of my cards account. Okay. I don't allocate a large budget to trading cards because you're treated like a piece of shit in this hobby. I have watches over here that might be worth $250,000 because if I walk into Patek Philippe, I'm treated like I'm a fucking god. My Rolex AD texted me like last week. Texted me. I haven't been in the shop in like 2 months.
This is how you're treated right here. They just rush through your $100 packs like this. This is how you're treated right here. This is your Prism authentic dealer or authorized dealer right there, just blowing through shit.
And I was retweeting this week. Webby got a sponsorship from Louis Vuitton. And I was like retweeting, and like he's got the clothes. Pharrell's designing some of the clothes. I think they look good. They come out with them in kind of spring, summer, and they're kind of launching their spring, summer or whatever. And I think some of I might buy. There's like a flannel that I might buy. It's probably like $3,000, but we'll see. I might buy it. But you're treated nice. I have a rep at Louis Vuitton who will email me and gives me their cell phone number, and I could text them. And I've probably, over the past 12 months, I might have spent $13,000 at Louis, which again sounds like ridiculous, but some of you guys are spending this per month on the trading cards. 13,000 will buy you like what, like a case of Prism? Yeah. At least I have a whole luggage set and a belt and some cologne. You know what I mean? Like, and they treat me nice. You know what I mean? Like, again, I know I'm giving them my money. I know I'm a sucker. Okay. Paying $4,000 for a duffel bag. I know it's insane, but paying $1,000 for pictures of men where you don't even know if they're signed or not. And then when it does come under question, we have to go find Ryan Braun 237 on fucking Twitter to confirm it for us. Oh, and if that's not John Bond, and if we don't trust John Bond 237, we can go to Card Purchaser and he can confirm.
Oh, yeah. Everybody
just imagine that. Imagine buying a $1,000 Louis Vuitton bag for your wife or for yourself, and then having some questions about the authenticity of it. And not Louis Vuitton taking care of you, but John Bond 237 and Card Purchaser taking care of you.
LV purchaser.
Are we the only ones that see the ridiculousness of this? And then also in this hobby, you have people like Sports Card Investor, who's never made a good sports card investment in his life. Ever. And then he's quoted, and this comes from AIH Sports video, which I listened to when I was on the golf course today. AIH Sports posted a video today where Jeff Wilson was interviewed by one of the Atlanta Press, one of the newspapers there. And he says that sports cards are outperforming the S&P 500. And look,
False.
I don't know if that's true or not. Actually, though, let's assume that it is. Let's assume Jeff is right and that the S&P 500 is not outpacing trading cards. Why in the fuck would you open up a $3 million card shop to sell cards if it's outperforming the S&P 500? Why wouldn't you spend $3 million and just buy cards? Why are you trying to spend money to sell them if it's a better investment than the S&P 500? Hello? And people just like... Jeff Wilson said, oh, yeah, cards outpacing S&P 500. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, why is he spending $3 million to open a card shop to sell the cards then? Shouldn't you just be buying them? I don't get it. I just don't get it. The IQ level of this hobby is so low and so outrageous to me. Again, if cards are a better investment than S&P 500, can somebody explain to me why we spend $3 million on a card shop to sell them? Why are we selling them? If real estate's a great investment, why are we selling real estate? I don't get it. I don't get it. But again, here's your sports card investor. Listen to him for all your investment advice.
There's no way that includes dividends and reoccurring investments. No
I don't know.
way it has been
total.
No
I don't know if he's quoting total return or what. Total return is probably just slightly higher than the actual return. So if it's 8% is your real return, total return including dividends, buybacks, and stock splits or whatever acquisitions, maybe you're up 10, 12%. But what we have to factor in with trading cards is if I want to hit the sell button on my trading card. So my trading card collection, let's say it's outperformed the S&P 500 by a couple percentage points a year, even compounded. When I go to sell those cards, how much fee does Mr. Ken Golden takes? He's living on 19 acres, isn't he? So he's going to take a fee. If I sell them myself on eBay, they're going to take a fee. If I go sell them to Jeff Wilson, he's not going to give me the full value. He's going to take 20, 30 off. So whereas I can sell my, and that too, I can sell my stocks bloop in a tax deferred or a tax-free account with a click of a button for zero commission all day, every day. I don't want to get on here. And I think most people have the IQ higher than 12 that understand there are advantages to having trading cards as a way to store some wealth. There's some advantages of owning stocks as a way to store and build wealth. Same thing with real estate, coins, comic books, antiques, paintings, all types of collectibles. I think we understand that. But what I don't understand is you say that the outperformance is so great, but I've got to spend $3 million to open up a shop to sell them. I don't get it. But I don't get a lot what's going on in this hobby, including John Bond 237 being the mouthpiece for Panini. And if I can't trust him, oh my God, thank God there's Card Purchaser, Ryan.
Thank God.
Thank God I can confirm with Card Purchaser. Man,
I think that's just card porn. I think that's just card porn. I think Card Purchaser is now is card porn.
I mean, it's basically the same guy.
Somebody prove that it's not. Who is Card Purchaser?
I have no idea.
Thank you. Maybe it's card porn. Same initials, CP. I don't know. But I guess we can believe him. I'm waiting for Rick to tell me which one of these fucking autographs is real, to be perfectly honest. And until Rick comes out and tells me which one is real, I'm skeptical. I don't care what Card Purchaser, John Bond, Panini. I love how, and it's an anonymous Panini employee. Put your fucking name on it. On a $900 box, $500 card. How many people? I don't know. Maybe we're different. I don't go out and spend $900 actually very, very often in one purchase. Not very often. Maybe people just dust off $900 and don't care that the best card they could hit is probably worth about $500, and the autograph may or may not be real. Or they have to go to John Bond or Card Purchaser to confirm its authenticity. I love how he takes the word of Card Purchaser, an anonymous Panini employee, over PSA, who looks at autographs every day and gets paid to fucking.
Why are we sending our cards to PSA? What's the point of PSA then?
Exactly.
John Bond and an honest email Card Purchaser. That's all we need, guys.
And Rick.
I think Andrew, it was Andrew, one of the guys on the stream that dipped a pack. Says, please keep me posted if you want to discuss anything on our stream. Would be happy to intro myself. No, Andrew, do your fucking job, bro. That's it. Do your job. Do your job.
Slow down.
You have a fucking job. Do it. People are paying you to do your job. I suggest you do it. Okay.
Value the people that are giving you money. Value those people. And so take a little bit more time on these $900 boxes. Take just a little bit more time. I don't have any time to give to you. We're selling spot. If you want to fucking advertise on Sports Card Radio, $1,000. We'll play whatever apology, whatever fucking you want to say. Because I'm done with this bullshit. Us getting fucking called out, and Eric Whiteback, Card Purchaser, Jeff Wilson, all these little fucking simp dorks don't ever address you guys. This is what they do. They cover anything that comes out of Panini's mouth. How high do you want me to jump? Live Golf? Oh, let me jump. Every set that comes out. Top Series 1. Let me talk about how, it's such a great value and shit. The last 20 years, it's been the same price. When you literally could spend 2 minutes on Google and see that it's quite clearly not. You're getting like 150 less cards than you used to and paying more.
How is it that we know this? How is it that we know that? Like, people are like, oh, you're so negative. You talk shit on the cards all the time. How is it that I have not opened up a pack of Topps Series 1. I didn't even think about buying it. I just know casually what the cards look like. How do I know that we've gone from 36 to 24 to 20? But a card guru doesn't know this.
That's what he calls.
How is this possible? How is this possible?
Per card.
Like, maybe I need to be devoting more time to this hobby, because I feel like I'm the only one that has an IQ above 12. The rest of these guys are so just blinded for some reason. Again, like you said, Panini says Live Golf. These guys jump and say how high. They don't even, I saw some people talking about like Tiger Woods. It's like, bro, this is Live fucking Golf. The best player is Brooks Koepka. Maybe Dustin Johnson, maybe John Rahm, maybe Bryson DeChambeau. After you get past that, there's nobody in Live Golf. So what is every case going to have? A Brooks Koepka autograph? Most people don't even know who Brooks Koepka is. No, most people don't care. You get to Dustin Johnson, unless his wife is on the card, nobody's going to care.
Ooh.
John Rahm is a fucking dickhead. He sucks. Get Paulina in there, and
Can we
might
get some
sell.
fucking cards of her for fuck's sake? Then I might get excited.
You could have all these guys. I mean, all these guys are hooking up with the smoking hot shows. Okay. I mean, this is towards the top end, but I mean, that'd be the only thing in live golf that would be interesting. Maybe you get some Greg Norman autographs in there, but what is a Brooks Koepka 1-of-1 autograph worth in the marketplace these days, guys? Maybe. I don't even think the average person even knows his accomplishments in the game.
You think collectibles guru? Do you think any of these dorks know anything about Brooks Koepka?
No, they couldn't even name 5 golfers in live golf. Most people couldn't. Okay, I get it. It's golf. I mean, it has a lot of the best players, but nobody cares. The PGA could have one. And okay, if it doesn't have Tiger, if Upper Deck doesn't make it, and so it's not going to have Tiger. Oh, so Justin Thomas, I think Rory is still with Upper Deck. So, Justin Thomas and fucking Victor Hovland are going to be the best autographs in there? Stop.
This is what everybody else has to spend their time every day. They have to sit here and promote the fucking industry. They're not even promoting the hobby. If they were, they'd be making checklists. They'd be putting up content that was more relevant to collectors. No, they're putting up this stuff that appeals to like nobody. Nobody. These tweets are for Panini.
And look, maybe
they're probably not even getting paid for them. I don't think they are.
Maybe not.
This is just how bad the content is in this space. Is these guys wait for a press release to come over their fucking email or however they get it, and they rush to fucking tweet about Sergio fucking Garcia and John Rahm. Like you said, they couldn't name 5 golfers in live golf, and they have 4 pictures right there to look at. So they'd get a 4 golfer head start, and they couldn't name a 5th, I bet. But they're here promoting it.
Joaquin Neiman, first autograph cards. Nobody's going to get excited for that. I mean, it's like these poker autographs I have over here. I mean, there's like poker autographs I have. Like, nobody cares about these.
These dorks can promote anything they want, and we're over here getting fucking cooked for a website we have never even gotten paid for, that we just enjoy personally. Fuck this hobby. Fuck this industry. Fuck everybody in it. And all you little fake gurus and fucking investor fucking types, you guys call yourself fucking gurus and investors. I'll nitpick every fucking thing that you do, since we're getting fucking nitpicked to death. And then we respond. I bet if this guy emailed COMC, I bet he could get his order sped up because of this bullshit. Would Jeff do that for you? Would Eric Whiteback do that for you? Would Card Purchaser? Would Card fucking Porn? Fuck. We're the 2 most underpaid motherfuckers in this whole industry, I think. That's going to change.
Thank God for Google. Thank God for Google. God, thank you, Google. Jesus. Thank God for Google. At least I get a little bit of money coming in the door. I can put up with all the low IQ individuals that we have to deal with on a daily basis. Thank God. Thank God for the chat too. 98% of you have an IQ above 12. The rest of you can go fuck yourselves.
Fuck. I just want to buy a Robert Ory fucking 8x10 with him stitching it over CWAP. Like, fuck, dude. Like, I just need $25.
Sometimes when I'm in a bad mood, I'll turn that on. It's that is a sports replay for me. That is amazing. And then Tigers chip in on 16 against Chris DeMarco. That's another one. I mean, that's all the time you see that. Those moments in particular. That shot though, in particular. Just
Look at Doug Christie's bitch ass.
A moment in my life that I'll never
Hito
forget.
Turkoglu with the frosted tips. Mike Bibby over here just looking swole. Be like, oh no, we choked this game. They were about to go up 3-1, and it didn't happen.
Oh man, God.
The Queens. Go to the chat. They've been fired up, I'm sure, as we have been all night. Okay. So let's go to the chat. Let's hear what they've had to say. Do they agree? Do they disagree? Do they got some good points? Have they used, do they got any tips for us? Let's go.
What are we buying? Like, to me, I'm a stress buyer. So when I'm stressed, I like to spend money. And I've actually kind of trained myself over the years to try to like control it. But like, I remember my son broke his arm, and it wasn't serious. He just broke his arm, but it wasn't setting in the cast. So we actually had to take him to the hospital. They had to put him, they had to put him to sleep so they could reset the arm and then cast him. And and so he's like a little boy, and it's the first time you ever do that. So there's always a risk, right? You put your kid to sleep, okay, for the first time. I am stressed like a motherfucker. I sat in that yeah. So I don't do drugs, but I sat in that waiting room. I think I spent $10,000. I bought a safe, I bought a gun, I bought like all this stuff. Okay. Like literally, this is not a joke. I think I bought something from Louis Vuitton. Like, it's not a joke. I was looking at watches, and then finally he woke up, and I was like, ooh, thank God. I'm a stress buyer. Okay. So like, I kind of want to know like you're bidding on Shedeur Sanders. Is he back at Colorado, or is he in the NFL draft?
I think Daddy made him come back to Colorado for the senior year. So,
okay. That's probably a good idea. They're high profile.
Yeah.
I think the biggest
raw for like $50.
We'll get back to the cards here in a second, but side tangent is everybody was pumping Bowman U this year. I heard Card Collector 2 pumping Bowman U. I heard Jeff Wilson pumping Bowman U. So what is a guarantee next year, guys? It's going to be trash. It's going to be a sucker. Like, it's going to be the sucker's bet, because these companies know they give you a gift one year. Is like the 5A2 club with Tops. They give you a gift one year, maybe the second year they might give you another gift, and then they start pulling it back. Okay. So don't think that, oh, it's guaranteed. Bowman U is going to be a great rip next year, and I'm going to make a ton of money on it. I'm going to buy into the breaks. Now you're going to get fleeced on that. You're going to get fleeced.
I think you can always be, if you're a flipper, you can always be in and out of the singles, like no matter what, as long as there's some juice behind the players. But yeah, I think if you're breaking this stuff, I think if you're, trying to buy boxes, I just think that's always extremely risky. And you see what happens when you're buying boxes over, when you're buying boxes on whatnot. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You never know if you're going to get all the packs. So
it's ridiculous.
There's always a risk. There's always a risk there. But I think if you're a flipper, hey, if there's some juice on these players, you can always be in and out of these singles. But I don't think a lot of people, collect cards or buy and sell cards like we do. Clearly, we haven't shipped a card off Check Out My Cards in 12 months. So, but we've used the site actively. It's one of my best months I've ever had selling on Check Out My Cards. And I've bought more this year than I've sold. So I've actually had to deposit money onto the site because I've bought more than I sold. I think it's been for the last 12 months, a great time to be buying and selling sports cards. Great time. Great time. There's tons of little arbitrage opportunities. You don't have to just be chasing. I think so much of this hobby is focused on these fucking randoms who've never done it. Rookies. There's tons of arbitrage opportunities. And I know I'm looking at a Shedeur Sanders cards who's not even a rookie, but even something like the Steph Curry card would sell for way more than $377 on eBay. This card would sell for more than $377 on eBay. And it's an in-person autograph. This is not a pack pulled. Yeah, fuck yeah, I will. Okay. I'll buy it and I'll show the screenshot when I sell it.
All right.
When we start getting to
Love
yeah,
that.
when we start getting into this, this is when I got to go over to like Card Ladder or something and start, looking up prices. Because, yeah, if you're spending this amount of money, this card's 7 of 7, 2000 Upper Deck, Legendary Lumber signature cut, $7,600.
Beautiful,
But
beautiful card.
you can see what people are more interested in is this shit over here. And hey, he's a nice player.
He's good.
Fun
He's
to
good.
watch.
He's good. Yeah, he's
But
good.
is he going to be Mickey fucking Mantle? Doubtful. This is a very nice card. I mean, anybody would love to pull this card or own this card, but I'm not knocking our boy Acuna. Acuna or Acuna? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm over here, trying to win a Steph Curry autograph. Well, I mean, we set up at shows around here. This guy's God, in Northern California.
Yeah.
Steph Curry is God, along with Joe Montana and Barry Bonds, and a few other.
I'm not as high on him as most people are, but
I know you're not, because I had to tell you that he was good. Remember when he would run up the court and twist his ankle when he was playing with Monte Ellis? And you guys would make fun of me for Steffi Curry and he sucks. He twists his ankle I should have bought
Stephanie
Curry. You guys used to make fun of me and I was like, dude, he's gonna be good.
I don't think he's that good. I still don't think he's that good, but my opinion doesn't matter. He's won. His team has had a lot of success. He's had a lot of statistical success. Do I think he's better than Kobe? No. Do I think he's better than Shaq? Hell no. Do I put him up there with LeBron? Yeah, I don't have a high opinion of LeBron either. He's just the generation that I just don't have. I don't hold in high regard. To me, it's like Kobe, Shaq, Jordan, Larry Bird.
Okay. Magic.
Magic, those guys, Kareem, those guys. Curry's like, I don't know.
A scrub.
He would have been, Steve Kerr in the 90s. He would have been on the wing and he would have taken 3 threes a game. That's how the game was played.
Well, the game was totally different.
The court was shrunk down, not literally, but the game was way slower. And the offenses were way different. So his game works up and down, 90 million shots a half. Teams are scoring 85 points at halftime. Yeah, of course. Somebody that can shoot a high percentage can do well in the game. And somebody like Shaq wouldn't do well in this era because you couldn't make it up and down the court that much. But in the era I grew up, the era I grew up watching, wherever, you're shooting the ball with 6 seconds left on the shot clock instead of 20 seconds. It's just different. It's different. I don't watch basketball anymore. Honestly, I don't watch. I think the product sucks. I think the NBA's pretty weak. I think the All-Star game, I think, was this weekend. I saw a lot of criticism over in that. Because that's the attitude of the NBA these days, is make millions of dollars and don't care, don't play defense.
God, the chat is so fired up. Some of you guys should make videos and just say some of these punchlines.
Amazing. We actually need more people in the Army. If you want to join the Sports Card Radio posse. And not the positivity posse. And in fact, this was what my video was about today as it related to Eric Whiteback. We need more people checking these guys at the door. These guys are allowed to pimp themselves as gurus. Guys like Jeff Wilson are allowed to call themselves an investor when he's never made a good investment in his life. These people are allowed to do this because we don't have enough people fighting the fight. It's purchaser.
There's some offering
to be a part of our posse. We will have to pay them. So I actually respect the hustle. That we have to come out of our own pocket to build a hustle. I love
ask
that.
him for the check. That is very much a sports car radio thing. Ask him for that check. Of course.
Well, we know our buddy.
Check.
Speaking of checks, I mean, people wonder
God.
why we rip on this guy all the time. First of all, he's a 20-year-old kid and he was wagging his finger at me. I'm fucking 40 years old. We can save that for later. This guy to attend your little trade night, from what I understand from numerous rumors around. Again, we're from a similar area where this guy is, so we run into some of the people that might know him. He wants $5,000 to come to your trade night, not set it up, not fucking do anything, not set up the tables or the chairs or do it. He just wants $5,000 to come to your trade night. So you want a 30-second spot in Sports Card Radio, $1,000. So yeah, I'm doing it. So you could have Mojo Sports come to your trade night for $5,000, or you can get a 30-second spot, and it can say anything you want. The Swish Breaks guys, you guys want to talk? You guys want to talk? You got 30 seconds for $1,000. Fit as much as you can in, and I'll play it. Because we're over here getting fucking cooked and roasted. This happens a lot. Go through the comments of our videos. There's people calling us out and do. Bet they don't ever do that to fucking Eric Whiteback or Jeff. Ever in their life. When has Jeff responded to anybody that he can't gain something from?
Yeah, I saw him responding to somebody on Twitter. Somebody on Twitter, not directed at Jeff, was like, why in the hobby is there no way to track your collectibles? And then, Jeff jumps right in. You can on Market Movers. And he gave him like a discount code. And the guy was like, I've tried Market. The guy was like, he like shut Jeff down right away. He was like, I've tried Market Movers for $50 a month. It's a non-starter. Give Jeff credit. He didn't take a no for an answer. He came back with, well, we have a $9.99 month plan or whatever. Like, and then he was in the guy's comment thread, like replying to people with a discount code to Market Movers. Like, it may not have been Jeff. Maybe Jeff pays. Like, I swear, I almost did like a video about it because it was like Jeff, like, literally got shot down by a guy and then literally got in there and just was selling Market Movers like it's his fucking job. It's just like, it's insane. So, I mean, this is Market Movers.
This is Market Movers. We're subscribers. So yeah, if you ever want to log in, let me know. We're subscribers.
We should just like, it should be like Netflix. We just give out our password, then people don't have to pay for it.
I bet that would last like 2 seconds.
Will Grier demo password.
The username is Will Grier, so you guys could definitely try to guess the password. I don't know that my username is Will Grier or whatever it is.
Oh man. Okay. Let's go to the chat.
Let's see what these guys got to say.
Money Mike, what happens first? Cards HQ shut down or Mojo gets a girlfriend? Didn't Mojo have a girlfriend, or did he have, like, I can't remember. Maybe it's a Justin Gamble situation.
I don't know. I do know that the person next to him there, if you guys watched our last video, you want to see the dealer who he left trash on. It's in the blue shirt right there. So that's
so he left trash on his table. Yeah, that's brutal.
And people were complaining that, oh, that's not a serious topic. That's exactly why I put it in the fucking video. Right. Some of you guys need to lighten up. Like, when you watch the Sports Card Radio video, it's not an episode of 60 minutes. Some of you guys need to lighten the fuck up. Like, Jesus Christ. This guy is a 20-year-old kid. He wagged his finger at us. Like, fucking hey, you don't think I'm going to make fun of everything he does?
Most journalists that I meet are broke as hell. They don't have 2 Teslas. They don't have multiple Rolexes. They're not swimming in cash. Okay. We're not trying to be journalists over here. I'm not trying to be a journalist. I'm trying to play 9 holes of golf every day and talk some trash on some people. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be fucking Mr. Bloomberg. Fucking those people make no money. Where's Wolfie? Thanks for being the gatekeepers of truth. That's right. We've got to put the gatekeepers in this hobby.
Gatekeepers.
Does Tim Kim's 4.2% equity require him to caddy for Colin when he films SCR shorts on the golf course? That would be outstanding if it did. Might have to bump him up a little bit, maybe give him some gratuity. But if next time I'm in Malibu or Southern California, I will be hitting him up and maybe we'll get. Thank you, Robert S., for that. Cards are with the $1. Thank you, Mr. Cards are. His question is, what do you think of Bowman 24 rounded corners? I saw this off the top of my head. I can't. I know there was a super fractor that was going around with random quarters. People thought that might have been a test printing, but I want to say there's an actual parallel somewhere in one of these sets that had rounded corners. Was it series 1? I can't remember. I'm sorry, I don't know the sets as well as I once did, since I'm not like Eric Whiteback and Card Purchaser, where I immediately tweet out the Live Golf and all the other sets. But rounded corners, I don't think they should put out an entire set with rounded corners. Also, what I wouldn't like is if they have like super fractors 1 of 1 with pointed corners, and then there's a super fractor with a rounded corner. That's God. I mean, I probably shouldn't have said it, because that's exactly what Topps is going to do. You're going to have,
and you know who will defend it. Who then will defend it is Eric Whiteback, and Card Purchase will say, this is a great idea, guys. This is innovative. This is exactly what Michael Rubin was brought in to do, is to round the corners of a superfractor. And now we got not 1, but 2 1-of-1s, guys.
They'll do that the first year, and then the next year, every parallel will have a rounded corner version. So you'll have a green, an orange, and a red, and then you'll have a green, orange, and red with the rounded corners. I mean, that's coming, guys. Or every card has a rounded corner variation to it. That's coming. But in the right quantity, I don't mind the rounded corners. Don't mind the rounded corners in the right situation. But these companies, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. So my guess is they'll do it. Cody with the $5. Cody's paying some bills over here. He might have been like, I think we got a check from YouTube for what, $1,500, and Cody might have been like 700 of that. So thank you, Cody. Thank you, Cody.
Half of that is
positivity.
Half of the 12 is from Cody.
Positivity Posse. I think you absolutely have Jeff Wilson as number 1. You have Mr. Collectible Guru guy is right there too. We'll throw Card Purchaser, I guess, in there as number 3. Might as well. We shit on him enough. Who else? Oh, Jeremy Lee's got to be. You got to put Jeremy Lee in there. Jeremy Lee. We'll put him in the game. Who else? We need 5. Who else is what about the Pac-Man guy? He never is going to put up anything negative. That'll be 5. And then I think we just need great curator as number 6. We'll just put the curator guy in there.
Okay.
So he can be the gatekeeper.
Okay.
Thank you, Cody. Fooey, where is the member button for this channel? Want to give? We might do like a membership here. We're talking about that. We might have a grift.
We're grifting. No. We're fucking grifting.
Okay. So Fooey, don't worry. We're going to do a grift. We're going to have a membership. We're going to have a Substack or one of these that we're charging
T-shirts.
people.
I mean, there could be all kinds of shit coming.
Yeah, but we'll do like, I have an idea. Like there's something called the Scotty Cameron Club, which if you're a golfer, you know what Scotty Cameron is. He has a club every year. I like that. I like the way he does that. And I think we can add more to it than the Scotty Cameron Club. So we'll do something like that. So you'll get something for your, you'll get something tangible. So we'll do that. Living with LT at the Burbank show. I saw no influencers with Rolexes. I will say when I'm at shows, I don't know about the influencers. Yeah, I don't know if the influencers are rocking the roll. I do see them occasionally on some dealers, on some people that are walking through the show. Depends on what show and where it is. But I do see more. I see guys with Louis bags. I see guys with obviously really nice sneakers and stuff like that. Not that you need to spend your money on that. I can understand some people, and I almost never wear my watches. I just like to have them. It's just something I like. I'll wear them in the wintertime more often because you have sleeves, it covers it up. It's a little less like, oh, look at me kind of thing. So, but if I were to go to a show, I'd have it on and I'd walk through the front door like this. Be like, look at me, bitches. Card Hunter, mad respect to your hustle, SCR. Thank you. Not a person in this stream that isn't a little jelly. That's real sports card investing. Thank you, Card Hunter. Appreciate it. Cody with another 5. You guys are third tier sports card influencers. That's right. Only tier 1 influencers get the privilege to pump
Correct.
Zion cases. Yeah, we haven't got that Zion case sponsorship, have we? I'm holding out for that. I'm holding out for Louis Vuitton could come offer us $1 a month, and I'd be like, yeah, sign me up. I think they should make like cases for like graded cards or something. That would be, or like a card box. Man. Like that would be cool. Now you could call them and they'll make it for you, but it'll be like $10,000. But you can, like anything that you want, you can call Louis Vuitton. They'll make it for you. So if you want like a 3,200 count box, they'll make it for you. And I've thought about doing it. Joe Barrett with the $4.99. Is it true Betsy Higgins has a benchwarmers card?
Oh, wow. That's a good question, man.
I don't know if it's true, but if it was, yeah. Ryan's probably held it in one hand and done the other hand.
Man, I got the whole set. To talk about set collecting, my boy, hoarding.
You know, there's some of those sets like in the maybe it's still possible today. I don't know. I don't collect enough base cards or whatever. You know how you had back in the day, the cards would stick together, like like the gloss on them. They would come out in these bricks, and you'd have to separate them. I would imagine if you had a set of benchwarmer Betsy Higgins cards, they'd have a little
stuck together.
Little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Today is the 1-year anniversary of Mr. Kim being a part of the Sports Card Radio crew.
There we go.
Longest tenured employee in the history of the program. So we appreciate his service. I hope he's having a good time tonight celebrating. Cody again with $5. He says AR5, I think that's Anthony Richardson, started signing cards with his left hand later in the year. Maybe he got hurt. Maybe he hurt his arm, or I don't know. I don't know what he hurt. His shoulder, maybe. I can't remember.
He did get banged up. Yeah, he did. He got banged up. So
he probably is going to get banged up. I mean, look at Lamar. Like Lamar finishes a season and the Ravens are good. Lamar, but half the time Lamar is banged up because get out there with these linebackers, you're going to get blasted. Thank you, Cody. Aaron Turner with the $5. Not sure which auto is more real, the Richardson or the Kuzma from good old Santiago. I don't know. It's hard for me to decide. Oh, we didn't talk about it, but there was the one guy found the cards in Las Vegas. I was like, hey, you should have called up your boy Santiago. Should have called up your boy Santiago and sent it to him. He would have bought him. Mm-hmm. Apparently there was the Raiders quarterback or Raiders prospect or something.
Mm-hmm.
You should have sent him to Santiago. Santiago would have bought him. So mad props.
Exactly.
I don't know why I didn't call Santiago up. Bought him right away. Cody wants to make sure it's Mr. Card Purchaser, guys. Mr. Card Purchaser. Yeah, sorry.
My bad.
Disrespect. Mr. Card Porn it's really who it is.
Yeah.
Joe Barrett with the $4.99. I'll give it 6 months before Cards HQ is renamed Bada Bing.
That's the strip club in The Sopranos. Bada bing, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. And look, I think I think he's got a little bit of a runway there, but I don't know. I just think he's got so much space. It's just so much space off, and we've gone over it enough. Oh, and the little teaser late in the show. You guys have made it this far. Little teaser for you guys. For those that love and even hate Jeff Wilson content here on Sports Card Radio. Make sure you subscribe to the Clips channel because I am 2 hours in to a montage of almost every time we've talked about Jeff Wilson. I am putting it into a multi-hour long special, and I'm going to put it onto the Clips channel where the title will be 3 hours of Sports Card Radio dunking on Jeff Wilson. And I've just gotten past the PPP loan stuff, so I haven't even gotten to Cards HQ yet. So I think we've probably got another hour's worth of content for Cards HQ, and then I'll post it. That'll be a couple hours long. So anytime you need your fill on Jeff, and I actually forgot about some of the scam scandals and shadiness that Jeff Wilson has been a part of, the pump and dump stuff. But really the big one was he said he sold all his cards when he was still telling people to buy them. So I forgot about that crime against humanity. Again, positivity posse. Jeff Wilson does no wrong, but apparently he told you guys to buy a bunch of cards while he was selling. Okay. And he sold picks like Mr. Sports Card Invest, which again went over on the podcast. That's not actually legal to do. It's not actually legal to sell investing advice without being a registered investment advisor. But you know, this hobby again,
we're the worst
nobody
ones in the
cares.
hobby.
We're the worst. We let people know that you're actually breaking a law doing that, and you should be a little careful. But you know, unless card purchaser says it, it's probably fine, guys.
True.
Joey Gomez, why do I love videos of breakers scanning people? I don't know. There's an allure about these videos. Some of our most popular videos are just the breakers doing stupid stuff. I think it just makes people happy. I'm glad it makes you happy, Joey. Makes me happy too. Blue Breaks with the 20 bones. Ronald Acuna Jr. will be live in our store for Topps Hobby RIP night this Saturday with Hobby Rip Night. Looks like Blue Breaks.
Blue Breaks.
I don't know where this store is, but maybe you can figure out. Blue Break Sports Cards.
Here we go.
Isn't eBay? Where is it? It's in Florida, I think.
It's a secret location. I don't have the giga internet or whatever I have back at the other place.
True. Of course, it's $80 a month. So, go back. Just go back.
This is my internet.
Florida.
Like shit.
So it looks like it's in Florida. So maybe he's playing spring training. He's probably doing spring training down there, and so he's checking in with the Blue Breaks. So there you go, guys. If you want to meet Ronald Acuna Jr., he's going to be live in store at the Topps Hobby Rip Night this Saturday. Blue Breaks, which I think is located somewhere in the great state of Florida. Very, very cool. Thank you for the $20, and I hope that goes well for you. David S. Sports Card Radio from 10 feet away looks like James Corden. That's right.
I was going to look. Who is that? Who is James Corden?
I don't know. I have no idea.
That's I was going to look him up.
James Corden. Yeah, I'm almost scared. I'm almost scared.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay. Wait, I love this guy.
What's his wife though?
Oh,
okay. We can work with this. We can work with that.
All right.
We can work with that. Yeah, we can work with that.
All right. How about that white top right below that? Scroll down. White dress right there. Yeah.
We work with that. We
Solid. Wiggy McWiggleson. Sports Car Radio, how's it going? It's That Dude's Barbecue.
What's up?
How we doing?
Our boy, that Dude's Barbecue right here. Bang, right here.
I made myself some beef jerky the other day. Oh my God. It was incredible. Just incredible in the air fryer.
Which is the one I got? I got this one right here. The original big bag, dry 7 ounces.
Oh,
can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that, boys. Tell you what right now, you cannot go wrong with that. That bag will be killed fast.
Instantly. And actually, that's not a bad price because it's like to make this stuff on your own. Like I made my own. I had a steak that I had like a Wagyu steak I was going to make. And so I was like, I'll make some beef jerky. I bought an air fryer. So I was like, I'll try it. It's not cheap. I mean, obviously Wagyu steak, but even if you got like carne asada or whatever, like it's still not cheap to make your own beef jerky. Like I mean, the price that you pay here is not that much more than what you would pay, especially if you like doing soy sauce and doing all other stuff on it. Anyways, Nick Rinaldi said he had to check with John Bond before donating, and he got the okay. So thank you, Nick. Thank you, John Bond, for okaying the donation, the $2. Very much, very, very much appreciate that. Thank you. Elong 87 with a good point here with the $6.99 Canadian. He says you also need to factor in the risk adjusted return. Cards are likely too volatile to be considered a better investment at the level it exceeds the S&P 500. Yeah, and I don't want to get too much into the weeds on a discussion here, but look, I don't think it's a bad thing to have some cards. Now, I don't consider Justin Herbert or Anthony Richardson or Shodeer Sanders as even probably Steph Curry. I don't really consider that.
You don't like Stephanie?
No, I don't consider that like, oh, I'm going to buy these cards. I'm going to put them in my safe. And then when I'm retired, I'm going to sell them and it's going to pay for my cruise or whatever. No, I don't. But I can see the case be made there for sure. But it's not a replacement for the S&P 500. And I don't think Jeff was arguing that. I just think it's a little rich to talk about how cards are so valuable, but you just spent $3 million so you could sell them. Like, are they that valuable then? I don't know. Like a lot of things that comes out of Jeff Wilson's mouth, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a snake oil. And like going through the PPP loan videos again, I'm like, wow, this guy's a fraud. Wow, this motherfucker's a fraud. And we probably let him off light. Like this dude is a fraud. It wouldn't shock me one bit if one day we're doing a live stream because he gets indicted for something.
Boy, you wouldn't even be able to contain me that night, boy. You would not be able to contain me that night because I'll bring all the receipts for motherfuckers who talk shit on us that night. I'll bring them all.
One bit. Guy's a fraud.
I'll bring all of them.
And then, he said, remember, there was a tweet. He said, I've never done anything illegal, even in other markets. And then we had that case where he had a trademark lawsuit against him for his mask company. So no, he actually did do something illegal from a trademark.
That business shut down. Right. That business shut down.
And he had to shut the business down.
Right.
So I don't believe anything that comes out of this guy's mouth. He says, anybody who says, I've never broken the law. It's like, well, wait a second. Like, I don't believe that. I don't care who you are. You could be the sweetest girl from the Catholic school. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And he had a trademark lawsuit against one of his companies. He's like, I've never broken the law. The guy's full of so much shit. It's unbelievable. Need your thoughts on graded CDs. Saw something on YouTube this week with CDs catching a bid, CDs catching a little bit of popularity, similar to vinyl. I don't know if it's something you like. If you like graded CDs, knock yourself out. I don't know enough about them. I just know that everything that's old becomes new again at some point. And I got to imagine CDs, they're going to be coming back and getting popular at some point. Wide World of Gamers, $9.99. Best way to avoid losses in the card world is to spend $3 million on a card shop that has a tax deduction to buy everything you want and for the store and write off any loss. The only way to beat the S&P, Shady, I think you're right. Maybe it is a tax thing. I don't know. Seems to me it's pretty expensive. Like you have to be making a lot of money to be able to deduct something from your taxes. You know what I mean? Like it's great to have tax deductions, but you've got to have money coming in, and maybe he will have enough here. But also seems to me like you're buying yourself a job. Like he's there all the time. He's on his headset. He's like, and maybe that's what he wants. Maybe I'm just not ambitious enough. I want to be playing golf every day. and hanging out with my kids. Like I literally squeeze golf in when my kids are at school. So then when my kids are off of school, I'm here and we can do their homework and do other stuff. I don't know. Prism fraud. Do we have any comments on Mr. Prism God fraud?
The only new updates that I heard, first of all, I didn't say all the things in the video that I could have. The wife of Prism God, aka Prism Goddess, she was telling people that she had just met the vendors who were running the illegal raffle at the Culture Collision show. And in reality, those guys had set up at that show the year prior. So I believe, again, I reached out to Prism God. I've reached out to him a couple different times about, when we talk about these guys, which I don't have to do. I'm not being paid to do. I doubt that's something Card Purchaser does. I doubt that's something Eric Whiteback does. I doubt that's something Jeff Wilson does. But I did give him an opportunity to talk. One thing I did see, and I couldn't verify it, but it looks like maybe Prism God has reached out to some of the people, some of the dealers who were complaining to him in that clip that I showed where the dealers were kind of confronting him about it. It possibly, I heard through the grapevine that he did reach out. Prism God did reach out to a couple of those people. What the nature of the conversation was, I have no idea, but there might be some movement there because there were some people, rightfully so, that were pretty upset about people getting scammed out of money. It's also taking money off the show floor. When you have basically an online casino being run on the show floor and up to $40,000 was sucked out of the card economy that day or that weekend, they were only set up for one day. Then people complained and then they ran them off. Prism God, though, like I said, he hasn't responded to us. I think that's a bad idea. I think that's a really bad idea. I think when I reach out to you guys, you are actually best served to communicate with me. And I will present your side of the story in the video. If he fucking walked me through anything he wanted me to say, I would have said it in this video. That's what I don't understand about these guys. Like, is your pride so much that you don't want to clear things up?
That's why I don't trust these guys. He was in the video with what's his name, with Curator and Daps and the fake, this staged video. I don't trust this guy. And to not run the risk of sounding racist, I don't trust him. And I'll leave it at that. Don't trust him.
What if Jeff Wilson was a different color? I mean,
that too.
That's
I don't
just
trust
reality.
anybody at the table.
Reality.
I don't trust anybody at that table. Okay. Don't trust
1000%.
anybody at that table. Don't trust nobody at that
1000%.
table. Daps. I mean, God, that guy would have gotten beat up every other day where we grew up. Guy like that would have just.
Could you imagine him showing up to school with the backwards hat and the fucking "I'm so fucking cool"? He would have got slapped fucking around.
So no, I don't trust anybody at that table. I don't believe a word out of their mouth. And I mean, he had that kind of other run-ins with the invest guy.
Well, here's the thing. These guys have gotten PPP money. I've heard from people who were friends of them that these guys were dead broke. These guys didn't know anything about cards. Then the wife gets some PPP money, and all of a sudden, these guys are starting a card show.
Shocking.
I mean, the PPP money in this hobby was just prolific. It's unbelievable.
It was everywhere. I mean, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. But in this hobby, you got like low IQ guys like Prism God getting the money, and we see what it ends to. A+ content, Tri-Cities Sports Mike, thank you for the $5. A+ content. David Snyder with the $4.99. Any update on picking up a new ride in Austin? Is Cards HQ an equal opportunity employer? Probably. I mean, Jeff,
that's a good question.
Like a bigger simp than anyone I've ever met. He has to. I mean, you want to get people to work for $14 an hour, they got to be jumping over that border. So No word on the Cybertruck yet. No word on the Cybertruck, but I can't wait to get it and blow my money on it. Made me feel so great.
I'm gonna be so
Thank
mad
you,
I didn't
David.
buy this.
What, the curry?
I
The
bought the
Shadur?
curry.
Oh, you bought the curry.
Yeah.
Shadur?
Look at what these dorks pay for Anthony Richardson. Anthony fucking Richardson, who got hurt.
I mean, Shadur,
Who's never
though,
beaten Brittany Mahomes,
I mean, Shadur hasn't
let
either.
alone Patrick.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Pump, pass, and click with the double 169. That's some good luck. One for you, one for me.
69.
Thank you. Do you like Fleer metal cards? Fleer 84 update. That's from David Snyder. I like
From 1984.
from 84.
They should crank those. They should just crank the presses back up. Yeah, make the Roger Clemens rookie again. And Barry
Let's do
Bonds
it.
has one. What 87 Fleers Bonds or 86 or one of them. The Fleer update. I think Bonds is like 86 Fleer update or something. So yeah, let's crank up the presses again. Make them chrome,
Good
maybe.
idea. Joseph Dowd with the Canadian $5. He says his WrestleMania 1 poster is up on Golden. It's signed by Hogan and Mr. T. It's got 9 more days if anybody's interested. Here it is right here. Let's take a look at this.
Well, this is
Wow,
sick.
it's that's pretty cool. Is it framed or it's not framed? Looks pretty cool. It's
it looks good.
inscribed, it says.
That's sick. It is inscribed.
Oh, it has Mr. T. Those are nice
Mr. fucking
signatures.
T.
Is it an original? Is it an original poster or is this like a remake poster?
It's 24 by 35. That's pretty big
That-
poster, actually.
Yeah, that's a big poster. That would be really cool framed.
1985.
Yeah,
I think it is an original. I think it's an original 1985.
Pretty sick.
WrestleMania
I like even if Joseph Dow didn't send us this, like I like this. Looks so much better than a trading card. Like I don't know, trading cards are okay, and I can see the point, but
A woman would
Stuff like
actually like this.
yeah, probably. I mean, maybe, yeah, but trading cards just, again, I think I said earlier in the show, 10 feet away, I don't care what the trading card is. To most people, it's a trading card, and there's nothing really special about it. Something like this, 10 feet away, can draw you in and look kind of cool in a wrestling theme room, Hogan room, Mr. T. It's kind of, they're both in movies, so I don't know. I kind of like stuff like that. That's just me. Guys, 2 hours strong. I do have some extra work that I got to do. I got to wake up. I'm playing golf tomorrow morning, so I either got to wake up super early and do a 10-minute video, or I got to do it tonight. Not exactly sure yet. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope we were able to entertain you and have a little fun tonight. And we'll be back again. Got to take down the card purchasers and the Eric Whitebacks and the Jeff Wilsons. Guys, don't be scared to get your Twitter account going. Don't be scared to start a blog. Don't be scared to start a YouTube channel. We'll shout you out.
For free.
We've probably sent more, and I don't like taking credit for other people's success, okay? But I know for a fact we've sent over subscribers to many, many, many channels out there. We've probably put some channels over the top as it relates to monetization. Here on YouTube, you need to get to 1,000 subscribers and you need to get like some watch hours or whatever. We've probably put some channels over the top as it relates to that from an awareness and a subscriber basis. But your own hard work, your own ambition has to get you to that point. But if you have ambition and you want to start taking down some of these pumpers and these jock riders and these fucking idiots in this hobby who claim that the price of Series 1 has been the same for the past 20 years. I mean, it's just the take about Series 1 liking the chipped product is one thing. And the cards coming out damaged is one thing. And then, but for me, the more rich comment was saying that the price of Series 1 has been the same for 20 years and calling yourself a guru. I mean, you're not even a guru of the shit that comes out of your ass if you believe that. So I'd love to help any of you guys get to 100 subscribers, get to 1,000 subscribers. We'll have you on the show. We'll have you on the program. We'll retweet you. We'll follow you, whatever. Doesn't cost us anything. Nobody's sending us a goddamn check anyways. But as we learned this week, maybe we fucking should be getting fucking some money. Thank God for Google, though, guys. Please keep supporting Google. Subscribe to Google's fucking whatever, premium YouTube. Click on all the fucking ads on google.com. And thank you, Sundar Pichai and Google. We appreciate it. Yeah,
Here's you right here.
I know. I haven't told all the fucking time. He looks good. I think he looks fine. I've been told all the time. You look like the guy in the, I don't know what movie's in.
Hey, he grew up. He looking good too. So you did all right.
You're looking way better than I look. That's
For
a
real.
fucking compliment. That guy's a fucking stud. That guy's a fucking stud now. Yeah, look at that. I wish I looked like that. Yep. I get it on my investing channel too. It's not just here on sports cards. It's like on the investing channel too.
Little Bow Wow.
I get motherfuckers calling me this shit all the time. It's hilarious. Thank you.
The younger version, not the older version. That
I ain't looking like the old. I ain't looking like the young. I ain't looking like the old guy. Ain't looking like the old guy. That's for sure. Yeah, hit that gym. Got to lay off the golf and hit the gym if I want to look like the young stud now. He looking good though, man. Why don't I look like that?
For real, what happened to you? Yeah, what happened to you, man?
Fucking
Fuck.
pizza and
Damn.
fucking cookies is what happened to me. Candy.
Holy shit.
Guys,
I'm loving it.
thank you very much for tuning in. We will talk to you guys next week. Stay tuned to the main channel. Also, subscribe to the Clips channel as well. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful day. Until next time, we're out of here.
Holy shit.
B-side on the beat.
What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay. He's getting money. Even better, tax-free. Loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.
B-side on the beat.
What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on cause $1 stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt. Cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay. He's getting money. Even better, tax-free. Loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.
Send those checks over. Thousand a vid. Send it over.
1,000.